Okay, so I'm making this video so that I can make a point on discipline. What I've realized through my studies in spirituality and esoteric training, I realized that spirituality, discipline is a byproduct of you being tuned in to something higher. So when you are tuned in to your soul, discipline follows naturally. And this is something that I've realized throughout the years also, because I remember when I started meditating, I was just meditating and I got this inclination of not wanting to eat meat anymore. And this was not something that I went into because of my thoughts on people killing animals, or my thoughts on being a vegan. I never even thought about this. I never even cared to look into it. But my body was speaking to me and telling me that meat wasn't really what I needed right now. It wasn't asking for it. In fact, it wanted me to stop eating meat. So this happened as a natural byproduct of me meditating on the daily. I believe that when you meditate, you raise your frequency. And in raising my frequency, my body was asking for more finer things, more finer foods. And that's what I eventually did. And then I went to go on and be a vegetarian for like 2 years. I stopped that now. But I still eat lighter foods. I'll be eating fish, or I'll be eating eggs, but not too much on the red meats. Or if I eat red meats, then I slow down and I only eat like one meal a day, if that's the case, because I want my body to really digest it accordingly and really process it in the right way. So that's one example, right? I went through my life and through meditation, I got this natural inclination to become a vegetarian. And being a vegetarian is very hard for a lot of people. It requires a lot of discipline. But for me, it required no discipline, because I automatically was tuned in to my soul, to my body, following my intuition to stop eating meat, and I did it naturally because it just felt right. When it seemed like the path of least resistance. And that's why here I'm coming to you and telling you that discipline is really just when discipline as seen from a higher form is really just you understanding that it is the path of least resistance. So for me, also, recently I realized that I want to become, that I want to create lots of content, and people from the more general understanding of discipline would say, well, you just gotta grind, you gotta put down like lots of hours into it, really produce some high quality stuff. But now I realized that it doesn't require much. It doesn't require much. It just requires that I stay true to myself, I stay true to my habits, I stay true to my systems, and then I will naturally want to create content. So for example, because I've been studying a lot, I've been meditating a lot, I've gotten a lot of realizations, I got a lot of insights, I've got a lot of things that I want to say to the world. And back before, when in the natural way of thinking of discipline, I would have wanted to put them through like an assembly line and trying to really produce something high quality. And so that led to me not posting too much. That led to me not posting really at all on this channel, Lucid Living. But here I am, and I realized that it's the path of least resistance for me. Of course I do want to make my content better. Of course I want it higher quality. But at the end of the day, it's about me putting myself out there. It's about me putting the lessons out there, and whoever is ready to hear it will hear it. So what I realize now is that for me, discipline has become a thing of like, you gotta at least hit the system, just run the system. It's just, and the system has to come from a higher state of being. So I understand that when I meditate, when I journal, when I study, when I work out, when I eat healthy, when I sleep good, I am going to naturally be vibrating at a higher rate. I'm going to naturally be more receptive to the intuitions of my soul. So in understanding that, even though I'm not going to put out any content or anything until I have hit these main things, until I feel like I'm in a good rhythm with these main things. And that's the main thing for me, because once I hit those things, then I'm set. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go and tackle on the world. It doesn't matter what you throw at me. I can work a 10-hour shift, and also still record some videos, and also still make the right decisions on what to eat, because I hit my system. And this is the thing that people need to understand, which is a lot of people try to take on discipline to achieve some kind of goal, but in reality, what you should be doing, at least with my experience, is you should be trying to develop a system that really resonates with your soul. And when you do that, allow yourself to hone in on that system. It's going to take a few months or whatever, but then once you get that shit going, then you're going to have the inspiration to go out and speak to people, to go out and put yourself out there, to challenge yourself. And then you become the person that naturally challenges himself on the daily. And so then you're not afraid to take more risk. You're not afraid to try new things. And this is the thing that it really goes back to my esoteric training. And I'm going to speak about this from a more spiritual perspective, which is, I was reading a passage and they said that that discipline is really just a byproduct of somebody who's tapped into the higher self. Like, if you know that something's going to hurt you, are you going to do it? If you know that the stove is hot, are you going to touch it? No, because you know that it's not beneficial to you. So when you're tuned into your higher self, it's the same application. If you know that drinking, for example, isn't really going to help you out, then you're not going to do it. I describe it as this thing of me understanding what homeostasis feels like, understanding what contentment feels like, and then understanding what a specific action will do to upset that balance or enhance that balance. And so this really comes from a high understanding, a high level of self-awareness, and a high level of understanding of the outside world. So how do we react in relation to other people, to other circumstances, to other situations, to other whatever, right? Understanding how we react, whether it's going to enhance or unbalance us, that's going to be the way that you're going to live a life of discipline. And also, it feels good to run the system. It feels good to meditate. Like yesterday, I got up and there was no resistance to going and working out, because I understand that when I work out, it's not just me working my body, it's also me working my mind. It's a place for me to go and reflect on life. It's a place for me to get inspiration for life. So discipline wasn't needed there, right? There was no motivation needed there. I just woke up and went. And it's the same thing today. Today I just woke up and sat down and started to meditate, because I just know that through my reflection of the past few months where I've been meditating consistently, it's been beneficial. It's brought so much change to my life. It's brought so much enhancement to my life. So it's an integral part of my life. So when you start to understand the effect that these things bring to your life, whatever you choose to do in your life, whether it be dance, whether it be marathon running, whether it be you learning a new skill, whatever it be, if you understand the relationship that you have to that thing, and you understand that will enhance the expression of your soul, then you will forever choose that on and on, as long as you're running the system that enhances your soul also. Like I said, the basics: meditation, journaling, sleeping, eating, right? All those things. If you're running that system, then it'll be so much easier for you to make the right decisions, and discipline will not be required. Effort will not be required, because the thing that does require a lot of effort will then seem as the path of least resistance to you. And that's the final point that I wanted to make. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Stay lucid. Peace.